After a bit of catching up, Geralt started asking him, "Where is the artifact?" "It's in Skellige this time," Zoltan answered. "I'll be on my way then." "It was nice seeing you, my friend. We will meet again soon enough. But I have to go now." And so Geralt left his friend behind and started heading towards Skellige. So Geralt left the vineyard. And whistled for Roach once again. Then they took off, leaving this beautiful country behind, along with its people.
Damn it.
But not too long after, he had an encounter with monsters once again. Geralt quickly took care of them and was on his way soon enough again. But soon after, he heard a strange voice. When he turned around, he faced something horrible. Ghouls, and a lot of them. They didn't seem very happy to see him go, so he had to fight them. This was very strange. Geralt had never seen so many ghouls before. Not all together, anyway. Something was up. His suspicions were that the artifact was behind all this. That meant he had to hurry even more. But suddenly, as he was galloping away, he heard the strange laughter of a woman. Next thing he knew, he was up in the sky, falling towards the ground pretty fast. That fall should have killed him, but it didn't, strangely enough. And so after he hit the ground, he got up instantly, out of panic. He was in pain, of course, but he wasn't dead at least. After walking for some time, he realized he was in Velen. Someone must have teleported him there. After a bit of walking around, he started smelling blood. As he followed the scent, he encountered some bodies stacked up together. They were burned by someone. He had no time to investigate, of course. He had to find out who teleported him there and why. But first, he had to find Roach. And luckily enough, after a few minutes, he did find him, outside of Cross Perch. After he reached the village entrance, he heard the guards talking about the Nilfgaardian army. someone or something had attacked them. And so he rode towards the Nilfgaardian army camp, in hopes that nothing was wrong. But that's never the case, is it? When he reached the perimeter, he smelled blood once again, coming from the encampment, and so he rushed to see what was wrong, facing a terrible sight. First, he saw 2 dead soldiers. They had their swords unsheathed, so they had fought something before they died. But who would do this? After a quick examination of the bodies, Geralt noticed they had no wounds, no blood, they were just dead. He then rushed to the main camp to face something unheard of. Hundreds, even thousands of soldiers were all dead the same way, with no wounds or blood on them. No matter where he looked, they were no survivors. He followed the trail of bodies, leading him to a hill, and he just stood there in shock, surrounded by bodies of 100 men, wondering what could have done this. And then, out of nowhere, a storm caught on, but this was no ordinary storm. He could hear a voice in the clouds. Geralt had heard this voice before. It was the strange laughter he heard earlier, before he was teleported here. Geralt's instincts kicked in, and he knew he had to get away from this place. So he started running towards Roach, as fast as he could. And without even a look behind him, he left. He suspected this was the artifact's fault. That meant he had no time, and he had to find it fast. And so he started running again towards Skellige. But as he was running along, it seemed like that voice was following him. He saw something ahead of him, so he stopped and got off Roach. As he was slowly approaching, suddenly Yennefer came out of nowhere and attacked him. Geralt tried to talk to her, but he didn't get any answer back. He took a quick look into her eyes and realized that wasn't Yennefer, and she fought back. As he was examining her body to see who it really was, he heard the laughter again. Next thing he knew, he was in the sky again, falling. This time, thankfully, he fell to the sea. Judging from the snow on the mountains around him, he was in Skellige this time. Even though Geralt hated portals, he was at least at his destination this time. And he was going to put an end to this, once and for all.